My man.
How's everything going?
Yeah, doing good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just picking up on a little wisdom, like for the interview and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, what were you reading?
I was reading the book.
What do you like to read?
Oh yeah, reading is a hobby, most definitely. Understanding the purpose and power of the man. Talks about the man and the issues in societies.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good read.
Okay.
It's on the religion side of a lot of things. But how you been?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
Doing good. This is a nice little court, man. Do you hoop here?
That's actually where I started my tournaments.
Ah. Well, first of all, how you pronounce your name?
Emile.
Emile.
Yeah. Some people, well, in America they go by Emile. You know, it makes it easier for people, but it's Emile.
Where you from originally, man?
Congo, DRC. Democratic Republic.
Where'd you grow up at? Did you grow up there, grow up here? How'd you make the transition?
So it's half and half. Like, you know, like all my life I've been moving. Like there's no, well, I wasn't in school, so like it was just based on where you go to get a better life. So you be like on this side of Africa this week, the next week another side of Africa, you know, until like I moved to Zimbabwe, where I stayed for then 3 years or 4 years. And after that, we moved to South Africa for like a little bit, and then from there back to Zimbabwe, and then to the United States.
Okay.
It's like a lot of transitions. I think I've been to like probably 7 African like countries in Africa for making like a set decision on where we're gonna go.
Right. And what age did you leave Africa?
No, I'll say 10. I'll say 10. But it was like 2009 or 2008, one of those.
Right.
Yeah, it was definitely like during like the time we're in the U.S. they were in school. So it was definitely 2008 or 2009.
Did you make this move with your family, mom and your dad?
Mom, dad, brothers and sisters, everybody. Except for the grandparents and stuff.
Yeah, what would you say be the main motivator for you for the family to decide to leave Africa?
You know, it was an opportunity. You know, my father saw like a lot of the people who were growing there, like they did not have like the basic education. You know, so like it was more of an opportunity. You know, like it was not set that if we moved to Zimbabwe that opportunity to go to the U.S. or anywhere was present. It was just based on belief and faith in like God, you know, like we're going to this place. We know there's a lot of people going to this place, but like maybe we might be the lucky ones who get chosen out of 1,000, you know. So like from there on, we just got that opportunity to come here.
So do you feel like there was no opportunity in Africa?
There were, but they were harder to find. You know, like it's corrupt. Like the system is corrupt, like way corrupt to the point like where if you do find opportunity, like you'd be one of the lucky few. But here you got the American dream, you know, like you can be whatever you want to be. The limit is on you, but like the opportunity, the resources, everything is offered here.
Right. So you got here about when you was 10?
Mm-hmm.
And where did you end up? What state? Like
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they just put you there, you know. There's no say so where you gonna go. Either they gonna choose you and tell you going to Australia, you going to England, but somehow they found Houston for us.
So an organization put you in Houston. What's the purpose of this organization then?
It's to give people in Africa like a chance to go somewhere different, you know. Like so like the selection, the lottery process. It's based on like how your story is. You know, like you have people who are running away from their countries because like somebody has a bounty on their head, or like you have people who are escaping, like literally like they're escaping wars. It's just them, like the mother, father, brothers, everybody just got killed in this massacre. Like where you have another massacre that took place like a while back where I believe 900,000 people were killed in a 3-month period. So like these are like people who are going to these organizations and pleading their cases on why they need that opportunity to leave the country or be placed somewhere else. So it's definitely a helpful organization because like they cover everything. They pay for your trip to the other country. Once you find a job, you know, that's when you like pay them back for for the ticket.
What was your story that made y'all's family, you know, one of the ones that were selected to move out of all of those people?
There was definitely, I say ambition. Like, God bless me with two parents who are very ambitious. You know, our story may not have been as more like impactful or more like crazy as other people's story,
Sure.
but the actions behind how they were pleading their case was different. Like, you had instances where we literally slept 3 to 4 days outside of the immigration office. You know, like, they're like, you guys gotta go, but now we're like, our story gotta get hurt. You know, it's the action that you put behind the story.
Sure.
You know, like, they can just tell you, if you go apply for a job, they just tell you, like, we don't have a job, and you leave. You know, that's the end of it.
Sure.
But if you come back the next day, come back the next day, eventually, like, you can be a familiar face around these areas, to a point where an opportunity opens up. When they see you, they'll be like,
you know what?
Oh, yeah, we actually have something for you.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's kind of your story, how that happened. And when you got to Houston, how did y'all feel? What was the overall sentiment of the family?
Man, we were tired. We were tired, you know. Like, it was a very joyful moment, because first, when we got the news that we were leaving, everybody was happy. We didn't know weeks, but we knew we were going somewhere. So when the moment finally arrived and we were in Houston, we were too tired to even like express how we felt, but we went to sleep for 3 days. And then like eventually we started, it was like, we're here, you know.
Yeah.
Started meeting other Africans, my father finally got like a stable job. So it was a very grateful moment, you know. Now we can start sending money back home to the family we left behind. It was a tough one, I'm not even gonna lie. And we didn't speak the language. I didn't even speak the language. The only word I went into school with before the day of school was bathroom. That's all my parents tell me, that when you need to go use the restroom, just say bathroom. But bathroom was never in the proper term, because now later on I learned that restroom was a proper term, because I said bathroom and the teacher's like, what's that? You know, so I had to hold it in for my first day. But as far as friends, like, you know, it was pretty hard. You know, you don't speak the language, but everybody knows the language of kindness. You know, like, if somebody needs a paper, like, you offer it to them as a way of trying to get their friendship. But over time, like, just by that interaction, you know, talking to people or doing like certain gist, start picking up on the language because of ESL classes.
Okay.
But soccer, like, that's the sport I played majority of my life. It really helped me like make friends. Because eventually, although I did not speak the language, but all our feet, like, they spoke the same language and it came to the ball.
Right.
English took, I'll say, about 5 months. Like 5 months, the most probably 7, but it didn't really take a while, because I came into the U.S. already speaking 3 languages. You know, like, languages were things that in Africa you pick up on real fast. Like, you need them for survival. So when I got here and that was like the only way I can interact with people, I had no option but to pick up on the language. Well, back then I used to speak French, but now I don't speak it no more. I lived in Zimbabwe, like I mentioned, so I spoke Shona and Swahili. Swahili is the only language that I still speak right now, like, fluently. You know, it was actually recently, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was recently, you know, like, I was operating like everybody else, you know, like, just go get a job, do this thing. But then, like, I was listening to a sermon which was talking about the gift, saying that God created every man with the gift, and, you know, then he brought some scriptures which say, like, go out into the world and serve your gift. That's when I was like, damn. So you actually just that there's actually a bigger purpose behind the person than just like the norm the society tries to like put out, you know? Like, we have a bigger purpose. Like, we can do way more than what our environment tries to limit us to do, our cultures. When I saw how many people like we were really reaching, like, through the basketball tournaments, like, that's when it really hit me, you know? People coming out from different parts. Like, you had people from UK actually reach out. I had a guy from UK like reach out saying that we really like what y'all doing over there. Like, we wish we had like the basketball, the type of black basketball that you're running over there, like over here, like whenever you're in town, like come visit us. Had like a prospect in the nation. He also reached out. He's like, I'll be back in San Antonio sometime in May. Maybe we can come and run. And then like I had other people like say like they also need help like building their recruitment platform. So I was like, damn, this is actually bigger than basketball, you know? Like basketball is big, but with my platform I wanna help like motivate people, you know? Like help people find purpose. Like it's very common for a lot of people to get depressed because like they don't really like know their purpose. So like if I could put like some motivational stuff out there, it's touching somebody, you know. It may not touch all 200 or 300, but it's touching somebody. As long as I touch one, I'm good. My purpose, I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, that's all reading books, trying to communicate more to the creator. You know, like I heard a quote that says that a lot of people don't really know their purpose because like they talk to the creation rather than talking to the creator. So like that's something I've been talking to him about. Yeah, like, it's taking place like every day. Every day is a new day to discover something about yourself. Every day is a new day to find like an impact you can make. You
know.
Yeah. American football I played until high school. I had offers. Like I had 12 offers, I believe. Like 1D2, and then the rest were D3. But I wanted to do like the whole D1 route, but it didn't work out. For basketball, man, truth be told, I really don't know much about basketball, but I do know the impact I can make through basketball, and the impact I am making through basketball. So that's like the only reason why I've been sticking to the sport. You know, it's not really much about me. It's much about how I can help the community through basketball. You know, I had an opportunity to come to UTSA and study here.
Okay.
So that's how the transition happened. You know, it's a great opportunity to go out and like be my own. You know, be my own person. No mommy, no daddy. Like actually to learn how to survive as an entrepreneur or just like find my own path as an individual.
How old are you, fam?
22. Our organization is called Sports Side.
Sports Side.
Yeah, it's we have sports, and the other side is the music and the other sports. You know, I truly believe music and basketball go together. So like, not only do I believe in like promoting San Antonio basketball players, I also believe in promoting San Antonio musicians through the basketball. So like most of my clips, if I do post them, like it's not outside music, but it's actually like all local artists in San Antonio. So I'm also trying to give them an ear.
So you reach out to local artists and you promote them while you promoting
Yes, sir.
sports, basketball players, San Antonio Hoopers.
Yeah, like I really believe they also deserve a platform. You know, like, it's one thing to go out there and put a Meek Mill track on a basketball clip because you know everybody knows Meek Mill, but I believe in supporting the underdog too. You know, they also need to hear.
Right. And what's the end goal for Sports Side? Where do you see Sports Side in, I don't know, 5 years and 10 years?
I don't even know, to be honest. The sky right now is never the limit. Like you know, it's like a construction. Like once we find something, we can build something on top of that, continue building until God calls me. If you come into the business, like come in ready. It's like you can have a lot of hardship. You can have a lot of character building days. You can have a lot of days where you're like, damn, do I really want to go through this? But I feel like if like the motivation like behind what you're doing is like strong enough, like you can conquer it all. You know? Like Nipsey said, life is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
Like this whole organization is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, if you try to sprint through this whole thing, you can burn yourself out, and you just like barely scratching the surface. So, like dream big. Make sure that you stick to your vision. Be true to who you are. Don't compromise yourself. Currently have open runs on Fridays all this month. Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. at SOA, Standard Athletic.
Okay.
We have a lot of stuff coming up, you know. We have the open runs. I'm trying to release a clothing line soon, but I'm still working on the visual for that one. I don't really know how I'm incorporate it like into the business yet.
Sure.
But Yeah, we got that going on. We also actually we have women also coming out. Like women can also come out and hoop with the men. Like we don't just say like these hoop sessions are for men, but and if you truly believe in your talents, by all means, like Sportside is open for you. You can reach out to me at Snapchat at World, like WORLD 3914. Instagram Sportside, sport and then underscore side. Facebook is Emile Mulonda. And yeah, that's basically my context right now. Thank you for the opportunity, man. It truly means a lot. I appreciate what you're doing for the city. Like I see you as a man who goes out there and actually like really goes into the mud like from day one. And I appreciate you. Like, major respect for everything you're doing for the city and moving on forward. Nothing but blessings on your journey.
Thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you.